Hey everyone. Okay, this is part 2. We're going into a longer reading. The short one is going to be on my Instagram. So if you're seeing this on Facebook or YouTube, there wasn't much said because I uploaded as a short to Instagram. So let's just go back through and reiterate what cards I do have, what cards I've pulled. I pulled New Passion, Sensuality, Sacral Chakra, Inner Child. These cards just fell out, by the way. Your Story, Lenses of Love, New Beginnings, Fear, and Ego versus Soul. So a quick recap from my Instagram short is that there's powerful new beginnings. We're at the solstice, so winter is beginning. We have another 3 months of winter and internal healing, internal purging, going within. It's a very feminine energy. Now is the time to connect with our divine feminine and do the work that we're being called to do so we can welcome in these beautiful new beginnings that are destined for us for 2026. The ego is wanting to hold on. The ego is not going to want to let go because we're in a state of comfort. We're in a state of, even if things aren't good, they're comfortable because they're known. When we step outside of the ego, we're taking a leap into our soul and what our soul is directing us into. And there's some very scary things ahead only because we can't see it. We don't know it. But what we have to do is we have to trust. So we have this New Passion card come up, and this could be passion. It could be a new romance. It could be, passion entering your life, or it could be something that you're wanting to do, that you love to do, that you're passionate about. So this could be career. I mean, we had a lot of, romantic kind of sensual cards, but this could also be you have this desire to fill creative roles. The sacral chakra is all about creativity, and it's getting a sense of who you are. And that's what comes from the inner child, which I pulled, right? The inner child, if your inner child is in a state of fear, is in a state of protection mode, which is, what our ego is. If that inner child has experienced trauma at any point in your life, you might be having difficulty accessing that creativity that connects with your divine self, with your intuition, with who you are, with the soul aspect of yourself. And if you're having difficulty with that, then you might be struggling. And the ego is an easy emotion. It's a safe emotion to fall back into. I guess the ego is an emotion, but it's a space, okay? It's an energetic space that resonates within us. And when we feel safe in that spot, we don't necessarily want to leave it because that inner child is like, hey, I'm safe. Let's just stay here. Even if it's not the place I want to be, even if I'm miserable, even if I'm sad, even if I'm being held back from my divine path, it's comfortable, it's safe. And so the story that we are destined to write is going to perpetuate as safety, okay? It's like that fight or flight mode. And we're not going to be able to write the story of what we truly want, what our soul wants, because we're in that state of safety and that state of, just survival, okay? So you're being asked to... Lenses of Love is a card that's kind of putting on rose-colored glasses, okay? It's seeing things with a beautiful outtake, like a positive outtake on everything. And it's not, I'm very against toxic positivity. So it's not being positive about everything. It's seeing the opportunity in things. It's being able to see the love in things, okay? Even in very negative situations, if we can find the love within us, then that's going to get us through that situation. That's going to get us through that period of time that might be difficult or challenging. So what I want to do is I want to take a couple of my other decks and go through each card and get a little bit more information on each card. I have a ton out, but we're gonna try it. Okay, this is the 7 Energies Oracle deck. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what comes up for this new passion card. We're already, okay, new passion. What's coming up for the new passion card for the collective? What can you tell us, guides? Powerful move. Okay, so we have these 2 cards together. Passion and powerful move. 15. This is all about taking a step. It feels like it's taking a step out of your comfort zone. It's making a move towards something. It's kind of like taking a leap of faith, but it's doing so while standing in your power. And so it's having confidence in yourself as you take that step towards something that you feel passionate about, something that you want to do, something that you love to do. It's knowing that you are following your passion. You are following what feels right to you. And in that is empowerment, self-empowerment, and that's where your power comes from. Okay, and a lot of times when we have that broken inner child or that damaged, hurting inner child, that can stop us from taking that power back, from allowing ourselves to feel into our power and our empowerment. But you're being asked to step outside of that scared inner child and make that move, take that power back. Okay. Now we have the sensuality card coming up for some of you. This could be sensuality. This could be a new relationship. This could be feeling into your sensual energy. It could be with yourself. It could be with a partner. It could be a lot of different things. Let's just get sensuality. See how it applies to you, into your life, and what's going on in your life. Sensuality card. What I'm getting to is that this is all about self-love too. It's not just about the sensuality. It's loving yourself to allow yourself, loving yourself enough to allow yourself to feel into that sensual energy and enjoy it. Pleasure, whether that's physical pleasure or pleasure in just day-to-day life, like taking pleasure in everything that's around you. That's the message that's coming through. It's just really feeling into your environment, feeling into your senses. Tender embrace. This is definitely coming through as a love relationship, something, depending. Okay, so for those of you who don't resonate with love or a relationship, this could be friendship, this could be companionship, this could be rekindling of something with a current partner. But for some of you, this is definitely a new relationship. This is definitely a new passion. And it's allowing yourself, you having the confidence and allowing yourself to feel into that energy and allow that energy. Allow yourself to be passionate. Allow yourself to be sensual. Allow yourself to feel all those incredible emotions and the excitement and the roller coaster of the feelings. Allow it. This is your time. That's awesome. Oh, and that's number 22 too. Oh, that's a very personal number for me and twin flame energy. Okay, inner child. Oh, what do we have? A merry motive. This card always comes out to me as wishing on a star. See, there's the little stars on the clothesline. This is always wishing upon a star for me. What this is coming across to me is allow your inner child to wish. It feels like this, okay, so we're just starting the winter. We're going into 2026 and we have the 9-year closing out. So cycles are closing out and we're going into the 1 year of possibility and manifestation and new beginnings. And so before we enter that year, make a wish, start wishing. That's what it's saying. And allow your inner child to do the wishing. Your inner child has the energy. Your inner child holds on to that soul energy. Unlike our ego. When the ego steps in, we have all the adult bullshit that comes with it, and it kind of quashes our inner child and our connection with our soul. And so as we step into this new energy of 2026, start wishing. I mean, that goes kind of hand in hand with your story card too. You're writing your existence. You're basically writing your existence, okay? Right? Quantum manifestation. How does it work? Atoms and energy. And when we put our atoms in motion into a certain energy, then the quantum field around the atoms starts generating in that, and that's how we create our existence. So wish upon a star. Start wishing. Okay, sacral chakra. Oh, what card do you want to accompany the sacral chakra? The rose's kiss. Oh my God. And sacral chakra. This is very sensual energy for some people. Okay, the rose's kiss. It's an opening. This is very, very strong sensual energy. Holy shit. So for some of you, and this is not for everybody, but if there is a potential romance for you lingering, it is about the rose opening. But the rose I'm feeling is it has dual meaning in what I'm seeing and feeling. The rose is about love. It's about your heart opening. It's about passion, but it's also about like a woman opening up to receive, if you understand. The ladybug is like something taking flight, something new is beginning. And wow, this is crazy energy that I'm feeling. It is about something new taking off. Something brand new is coming, or it's just opening, but it's very, very strong, very powerful. If you are not in a place for a romantic relationship, this could also represent self-love and opening up to self-love and creativity and allowing yourself to open up to new beginnings and new creative energies coming from you, okay? So something is about to take flight, like a project or an idea, a thought, something coming to mind. That's what's coming through if you're not if you're not expecting a romantic relationship. Now this is also card 9. And so it's cycles ending and new ones beginning. Look, we have this new beginning card right here. So that's really neat energy. Okay, what energy for your story, guys? What energy for your story? Okay, this card wants to come through. Shining through. Card 30. What is the energy on this? I'm not filling into this one really quickly. Empowerment, that's what's coming through. Allowing your soul to speak through your heart, and allowing that beautiful, empowered, loving soul energy come through to help you decide where you want to go this year. Or the next 3 months while we're in winter. Sorry. Okay. I guess that one just wanted to run. Anyway, so shining through and your story. Now, lenses of love. That's our next card. Okay, lenses of love. I just saw something in one of the cards and I might have to come back to it. Okay, lenses. The storyteller. Look at, holy cow. And it's almost the same thing. Look. The storyteller. Writing your story with love. Seeing the beauty in the world around you. And that's how you're going to create your story. And I mean, look. I love it when this stuff happens. Okay. I had love coming through, right? Write your story from love and empowerment. Same thing right here. It's creating your story for 2026 with love, or at least, if you want to just focus on winter, it's creating with love, okay? Love, abundance, passion, whatever you're wanting to bring into your life, that's what you need to focus on. And that is what you need to focus on. Okay, that just came through. Focus. Place your focus on the things that you love, the things that make you happy, that bring you joy, okay? So just for example, if you're in a very unhealthy relationship, a relationship that makes you unhappy, but you want something different, you want a happy relationship, then focus on the happy relationship, what you want to see in that new relationship. If you continue focusing on the hurt, the pain, the drama, the trauma of the relationship you're in, that's what you're going to get more of. Focus on the love, focus on the passion, focus on what you want to bring into your life in this new relationship, okay? This could be for a job too. If you're miserable in your job, don't keep thinking about the misery. Think about what you want to create for yourself as you go into 2026. Okay. Now, new beginnings. Okay, what's coming up for new beginnings? What card do you want for new beginnings, guides? Okay, I'm going to try to keep this under 20 minutes. Okay, 2 came out with the new beginnings card. Healing the heart, and into me I see. And new beginnings are going to start. New beginnings are going to come for you when you heal what's in your heart, when you heal the past, and you have to go deep. And we already talked about the inner child. So there may be inner child work that needs to be done. Sorry. There may be inner child work that needs to be done. But I'm also seeing, and you can see the chakras, the solar plexus, the heart, the voice. You need this healing, this heart healing, starting from your heart, solar plexus, heart, voice, throat chakra, your voice. Because if you have personal empowerment down here, right, with the solar plexus chakra, you have your throat chakra, your voice, your authenticity. And to me, that always resonates with the soul. And your heart is like your voice for your soul. And so when you're healing your heart, you're going to start healing the other chakras that allow you to be empowered, that allow you to be authentic, that allow you to start living in a much more true way. And so your new beginnings can step forward because you're aligned with that energy of what's new and what's soul-based versus what's ego-based. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Fear. What's coming up for fear? Okay. Might be a little over 20 minutes. Another 2 are coming out from fear. Okay, we're definitely going to go over 20 minutes. A tall tale. Fear. Okay. A tall tale is all about what's coming through is deception, lies. But not like deception and lies. It's the deception and lies that you're feeding yourself based on ego to keep yourself in a place of fear. Okay? It's like the societal things that we've been taught. You can't have this without this. Or in order to get here, you have to do this. It's those societal beliefs that are perpetuated that really aren't true. And so when you unlock your heart, when you open your heart and you start living from your heart, you realize how much of these stereotypes, perceptions are not true. You realize that you don't have to do this in order to get here. You don't have to be this to live this way. Okay? It's stepping outside of those perpetuated beliefs that you can live more authentically from your soul by following your heart. Okay. Last card, ego versus soul. The power of purpose. Okay. What it feels like to me is that when we are living in a space of ego, when we are living in a space of societal ideals, like with the beliefs hanging over us that we have to do this, we should do this, that we are not living with our true purpose. Our true purpose comes from our soul. And so when we can step out of the ego, we can push the ego away and say, okay, I don't need you right now. And you can work from your soul, following your soul. That's when you're going to find your true, honest purpose. Okay, that's an 18, card 18 in the tarot is the moon card. So intuition is coming out, and it's following your intuition. It's listening to your soul, because that's where your soul is going to speak to you, through your intuition, with your heart as well, but also through your intuition. So follow your intuition. And I know for a lot of us, we kept our intuition on the back burner for so long. It's almost, you don't know what your intuition is. You don't know how to listen. But it's that the intuition is kind of those nagging feelings that keep recycling, but they don't make you feel bad. There's no fear involved. There's no kind of dread involved. It makes you feel kind of alive. It makes you feel aligned. It makes you feel love and compassion. The intuition is can be a very strong voice, but it's never pushy. Sometimes it's pushy, but it's never pushy in a way that makes you feel afraid or urgent. Okay? It's just kind of always there, but it's always there in a supporting, loving way. So that's where you're going to find your purpose. Okay? Lots to come in the coming season and the coming year. I'm going to pull one more card for the overall energy of this winter, of the winter season. And let's see, if you're listening to this from the Southern Hemisphere, let's say the spring. So for the next 3 months, although this is a timeless reading, so if you see this at some other point, we'll just take the overarching energy for the next 3 months. Okay. Overarching energy, not wanting to pop out. Broken open. That's powerful. That is really powerful. Solar plexus chakra. And look at, so the card is 28. So if you break that down, it's 10. So that's new beginnings. That's fresh starts. That's so much coming in. And she's sitting on a lotus flower, I think. Yeah, it's a lotus. But she's allowing it all to come in. She's opening herself. She's opening her heart. She's opening her chakras. She's opening her energy to welcome it in. So lots coming in. Open yourself up over the next 3 years. And as we move through 2026, allow yourself to be open, because so many possibilities are coming in, so many new opportunities. And if you were closed down, if you're afraid, if you're living in fear, then you're not going to be able to welcome those beautiful things into your life. Okay, I'm sending you all so much love. I hope you have a beautiful Christmas and winter season, and I'll see you back here soon.